You just left narcissistic abuse, right? And you don't feel like you can trust anything or anyone to that matter. You feel like everything was taken away from you. You feel like you were left alone and completely naked. And it doesn't seem to stop. This trust that you wanted to put into this man or this woman was taken away from you, and it doesn't seem like you will be able to recover that. Or you were fired from your job. You worked diligently. You did everything you were asked for, but nevertheless, you were fired. And you again feel betrayed, as if something that shouldn't have happened. You feel like you can't trust systems, you can't trust organizations, you can't trust people in charge of these organizations. And if you feel that way, that is totally relatable and totally understandable, purely because we all humans and we all experience that in some way, shape or form. So if you have 10 more minutes today, we are going to discuss the topic of trust and why it is especially hard for people after complex trauma to trust people and systems again, and why the recovery can be so difficult, but still it is so necessary if we want to live a much safer life. Hello, my name is Sophie from CoAwakened, and here we learn how to recover after abuse and reconnect with our feelings in order to feel alive again. It makes sense that you feel betrayed. It makes sense that you don't want to trust anyone or anything, that you want to rely solely on yourself, and you don't want anyone or anything to see what is going on for real inside you. And you might think it's their fault, it's them to blame. I did nothing wrong. I just wanted to trust somebody. I just wanted to experience love, compassion, understanding, but they failed me. And this is a completely normal expectation. But I'm here to suggest to you, what if it's not about them really? But what if the seeds of this distrust was put inside you when you were a kid? Because we know that everything on the outside is actually a reflection of something going on inside. And so in order to understand distrust outside, we should actually go inward. But first, do you know what trust truly is? Trust is some kind of expectation that somebody or something can take your interests as the part of their own and act according to those needs and values. So it means that you basically give away your needs to some kind of system or people and hope that this system or people will actually act in your best interest and will help you to meet some kind of your need. And so in a nutshell, it's not a bad thing because we all depend on each other. But oftentimes these people or systems just can't really meet our needs purely because they don't know our real needs. Even we don't really know them. And so the problem of not trusting and not meeting needs is actually the problem of not dealing with our shadow and recognizing our true needs. And before you go into defense, just hear me out. So one of the problems that we have with distrust were created in our childhood. Well, first of all, when we are kids, till the age of 7 or 8, we internalize everything that is going on outside. It means that we don't really question anything. We soak everything in as a sponge. And so if our family system is heavily dysfunctional, if our outside systems are heavily dysfunctional, we don't question it, we just internalize it without any kind of filters, really. What it does, it actually creates some kind of a baseline for our perceptive reality to be created. We internalize all of these patterns, how people behave, in order to just be able to survive in this life. Because till the age of 7 or 8, we are pretty much dependent on our caregivers. As children, we know that we are supposed to be loved, cared about, taken care of, fed, clothed, bathed, but most importantly, just supported emotionally and loved. But this is not what always happens in the outside reality, purely because people are not able to do that, because we are all traumatized. And traumatized people create traumatized systems that are not able to take the needs of others and actually meet them in a healthy way. And so what ends up happening? First of all, we internalize everything without any filters, and we internalize something that at the core may be very unhealthy. For example, your parents might have this perfect facade of perfect marriage, but at the same time you just know that your mother hates your father and your father is cheating on your mother. This double life creates double standards. Also, you internalize the fact that, for example, men can't be trusted because your mom disrespected your dad, or that women can't be trusted because your dad cheated on your mom. But most importantly, one of the most important reasons why these problems with trust are created in the first place is purely because, as children, as I told you, we are very dependent on our caregivers, and we do everything that they tell us to do purely because we are wired to do so, because it's our survival mechanism after all. Our survival depends on authorities. Our caregivers oftentimes don't act in our best interests as children. And more than that, they tell us to ignore our needs, our core needs, and tell that they are not of value. How many times have you heard from your parents or your caregivers that why you are crying like a baby? You shouldn't cry that much. Boys don't cry. Nobody likes whiny girls. When this thing happens, you enter the state of cognitive dissonance, and I told extensively about cognitive dissonance in one of my previous videos. This cognitive dissonance puts you in a position where your inner reality and your outer reality don't match, and they don't match to a degree where it's painful for you to exist that way. So you need to create some kind of resolution. And since when we are kids, we are not able to create healthy resolutions, most of the time we create unhealthy resolutions. What we do, we split our psyche. Again, the video about fragmentation, which I suggest to watch as well, purely because it explains a lot about how our psyche works. And so we split our psyche, and the part of our inner truth gets hidden away in our subconscious mind. So our inner truth gets invalidated and put somewhere deep in your subconscious mind where you just can't reach that. The outer truth, the outer reality prevails in this case. And you create some kind of a coping belief system in order to make it all work. For example, your mom used to tell you that good girls don't cry. And so you stopped crying. And all of the grief, all of the sadness was suppressed in your subconscious mind. And so what the situation does, in a nutshell, it not only splits your psyche, it not only creates a lot of dysfunctional coping mechanisms, but it also creates this belief that you shouldn't trust yourself, that your emotions are invalid, that your needs are invalid, they are wrong, and you shouldn't have them. And what it does, it creates this complex distrust and this lingering feeling of I can't be myself around people, and you project that later in your adult life, and so you receive what you got during your childhood. And I know how unfair it sounds, and I can understand that totally, and I can feel that totally. And if you get into defense mode after hearing that, that's totally okay. Because of course, it's sad to accept the fact that it wasn't even our choice to begin with, to be ignored that way, to split our psyche and to push away our needs. But as adults now, we have this internal responsibility to take care of ourselves and to actually start putting our trust in our feelings. We should actually make our internal reality and internal truth prevailing over the external reality that will always try to neglect our needs. Not out of evil intent even, because they just don't understand the level of needs and the depth of needs that we have. But you may ask, well, but I just split with the narcissist. Narcissist is just pure evil. What do you want me to do? Should I just accept the fact that the narcissist just highlighted the trusting issues that I had all along before that? Well, kinda yes, I want to suggest that. But I don't want to suggest that in any disrespectful to you way. You did nothing wrong. That's the thing. I deeply respect your experience. I deeply respect your pains, your sufferings, and I don't think you should have experienced what you experienced. Like, I didn't want to experience abuse myself that lasted for 10 years, like really. But it happened. And now it's my responsibility to actually analyze why it happened. And why I analyze that, I realized that it's because I have these huge issues with trusting male figures. That's why I got what I got. And understanding that helped me to release so much pain and suffering from my system, because I know it's not my fault really that my parents treated me the way they treated me. And they didn't do that intentionally. They are not evil characters. They just were confused. They didn't know what does it mean to be emotionally safe. They didn't know what does it mean to trust. So how they could give me something that they didn't have in the first place. But now it's kind of my responsibility to give me the things that they have failed to give me. And it's sad. It puts an additional stress on you. But when you realize that you do that out of love, because you love yourself enough, that changes the game completely. You do it out of choice of free will, rather than somebody makes you to do something. So, in a nutshell, what is the answer for trusting issues is to actually delve deeper into your own psyche, into your shadows, into your subconscious mind, and start retrieving those unmet needs from your childhood. Start retrieving your inner children whose needs weren't met, and start meeting them consciously. Which is, I know it sounds like a big task, but I don't expect anyone to do that in 1 minute, really. It's a lifelong practice, but which sounds even more distressing for people from complex trauma, I know. But take one step at a time. Retrieve one kid. Learn one emotional need that haven't been met and start meeting that on a daily basis, consistently. This is how the real trust is built. It's built through continuous repetitions. It's built through mistakes that are done, but through the mending that occurs after admitting that mistake has happened. Trust is built through the everyday commitment to improve your life and to act in your own best interests. Yes, there are some needs that should be met with other people, thanks to other people, like the need of communication, the need of feeling belonging. And yes, this is totally fine, but first we should learn how to meet the basic needs that we have on a personal level. And the more trust you gain within yourself, the more trust you will be able to outsource to other people. You will be able to trust other people to actually meet your needs about some kind of having a certain type of relationships, romantic relationships, business relationships. And not only that, you will be able to actually see no relationships are perfect. But it's okay to make mistakes. The main thing is that you are able to create mending if you made mistake, and you are able to communicate that with other people. You would be able to say to your romantic partner, for example, that, well, if we want to continue these relationships, it is very important for me. This is one of my core needs. And so if you are not able to meet that, I'm sorry, we should part ways. There is no aggression involved. There is just respect for yourself. And if the person can't meet this need, or can't create the mending, you don't blame them for everything that they did wrong. You just know that this person is not capable of proper mending, and you are not okay with that, so you just move on. And that's it. And one of the visualization that I want to leave you with is, imagine that deep inside you, in your chest, there is this stone rod. And this rod is not going anywhere. No matter how strong the wind is, no matter how hot it is or how cold it is outside, no matter whether it's snowy or raining, this rod, it's there. It won't disappear because it's rooted very deep into the ground. No matter what happens, whether you are lost in the fog, in the rain, in the snow, you will always see this rod because it's now your beacon. So this how trust should feel in yourself. When you reach this level where you know there is something deep inside you, very stable and very reliable, this is where you know that you actually managed to rebuild your trust. And with this inner trust, no matter what happens outside, even if again you get betrayed somehow again, it won't destroy you. This rod won't disappear anywhere really. It will continue to exist. And you will be able to use that as your checkpoint. If we take gaming analogy, you will be able to resurrect yourself at this checkpoint and continue along your journey. Isn't it an awesome feeling to know that there is something that you can trust deep inside you? This is something that sometimes religion can give you, and I'm not against any religion really. The main thing that we just need to be considerate of is that we don't use religion as coping mechanism, as something that we entrust our power and strength to. Like, oh, the God will save me, I have no power over my life. No, this is not the mentality that we should have. It's like, I feel confused and lost. Please God, help me to regain my certainty back, my trust back, and this is it. If you feel a bit safer after today's video and you actually feel a glimpse of hope that you can regain this inner trust in yourself, that's actually great. I will be waiting for you on Thursdays and Sunday on my channel in order to have more conversations about emotional safety, safety and trust. And for now, your trust in yourself is your most valuable asset you can ever get, and no amount of money can really give it to you. No amount of fame, no amount of YouTube videos, no amount of masterclasses or retreats can give you that. But once you have it, nothing external will ever be able to take it away from you.